Ball game here.
Here is Mr. Incredible, covered by Lillard. Two open that time, made it look.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi everyone, welcome you to the NBA All-Star game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite
Out the best in the NBA's biggest superstar.
oh, my game. Naturally, he brought home that MVP award.
Leonard against Harden. Impressive. Here's Harden. The teardrop falls in.
Yeah, such a crafty.
Pass to Irving. Leonard with the steal. Floats it up for James.
And typically a lot of shots go unchallenged in this game every year, especially.
Stripped away. Here we go, all alone. Here's Mendoza, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
We talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before.
Simmons against Harden. Drummond. He hangs it. James, the pass to Leonard. And it's sent back by Drummond. Right side Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end. Taking matters into his own.
Explosive plays at the rim. I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Oh, and the jam.
Entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
But that's more the exception than the rule. I think I'll be as much of a...
Curry against Beal. Teardrop shot.
in a row in close like that. It also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Antetokounmpo finds Lillard. Jokic Lillard with it. George picks him up. Curry with a wide open look. Buries the corner three. Performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the East All-Star. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10. Back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star.
I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
Kemba Walker is out there with Steph Curry. And then there's Antetokounmpo and it's Vucevic.
Them offensively, that's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
LeBron
Really got to pick up that interior defense.
Middleton from out on the wing, he knocks it down. Curry way outside.
Far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
And the shot goes down.
Yeah, they've raised their
To pay off.
Here's Giannis. Oh my goodness! What a
in this game.
And that's the way it should be, right? I mean, it's All-Star week.
Kumbo. And West also making a switch. Simmons is checked in. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And guys, they know he's going to finish off.
Up for the East All-Star. Irving from long range. And he recovers it.
And I like the fact
In this league now.
Mr. Incredible, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut.
Him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead. Man, what a pass that was there. He really...
Here's Simmons, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move.
As any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do coordination and a bunch of confidence and fearlessness.
you know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the ball game here.
Here is Mr. Incredible, covered by Lillard. Two open that time, made it look. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's...
On its way from Irving for 2. At basket number 6 to his step. Here is Mr. Incredible.
Oh, yeah! guys, I don't know that this is...
Yeah, I'm with you, Kevin, there. I mean, I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine, even if he didn't...
Between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Leonard. Again, the West All-Star.
You know,
that's a 2 from Lillard. It's rebounded by Leonard. Loads it up for Davis.
close to being real ugly.
And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
They're just going out there and going through the motions. They're actually digging in and trying.
1 half remaining in the NBA All-Star game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. James against Irving. Harden's at home and all this attention.
A star on social media, one of the game's most devoted trash talkers, and he certainly can make some highlights. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working.
Flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And the shot goes in. And now it's an 11-point West All-Star lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside.
There's the lob to Harden. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Best in the world. He's every bit an all-star.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Griffin's checked in for Drummond and for Kyrie Irving. Goes up to the stripe. Good on that shot. The feed to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so...
Voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the... That's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Porzingis finds Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable...
On 1 of 3 on the night. Here's James. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean,
they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game. And they need...
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And the dunk by Jan.
Are just downright filthy, ugly, nasty, wicked.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a... I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Westbrook throws it down hard.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing.
Westbrook against Walker. Bucket is good. James has got 7 points in the game.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
With the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong...
You're right. Jokic high post, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. George. Back to Beal, outside Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. 10 points for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense field goals have been made off an assist.
Stolen by George, and they're on the break. And it's George finishing it off.
Hey, it's one thing to have the physical attributes, the length, the athleticism, and George thinks and feels things defensively as well as anybody in the league, and really excellent instincts at that end of the floor.
Connect. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, I like the way Fox uses his wire reframe there. I mean, even when he's getting knocked around and jostled about, he maintains.
Harden outside. Drains the three-pointer. Harden's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the West All-Stars. They lead by 13. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Trailing by 13. Lillard, the pass to Irving. A three ball. And there's Lillard. That's good. And here we go. And the basket by Harden. Harden brings the ball up for the West All-Star. And even 3-on-3 break. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
See the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never...
Over Jordan. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Star. He kicks to Drummond. Floats it up for Giannis. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball.
And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area.
Another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back. Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Beal's checked in. Here's Mendoza. It's good from long range. Mr. Incredible's got 11. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so...
Oh, goodness. Where did that come from? Oh, that was beautiful.
What a punch.
Range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got...
More to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him.
Irving passes to Embiid. Good on the shot. 4-on-3 break. Harden inside the three-point line. The East All-Stars check on two.
But two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
And James checked in for the West. Simmons comes in for Beal.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Mendoza. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance. They retain possession. Here's Mr. Incredible, guarded by Curry. Count it. Mr. Incredible's got 42 in the game. And an important part of every team's game.
In terms of their fast break game, that's been equally as effective all night long.
Here's Embiid. Count that one. Guarded by Harden. Mendoza. And James throws it down. And for Steph Curry. Antetokounmpo kicks to Jokic. Good on the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can...
Here's Antetokounmpo. Great that time from Leonard.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very